The seeds for war are in the atmosphere.
I was sensing that death is coming.
En dit is tragies dat mense so honger word dat sonneblom kos geword het. Ja.
I remember one day I was coming from Basis Flay Road and I saw the smokes going up.
Tussen 2000 en 3000 mense het op 'n maandagooggend ons dorp binnegeval.
Coligny was something else.
Vir 2 dae lank het hulle hierdie dorp op sy knieë gebring, besigheid vir besigheid.
There was a scary part, the most scary part, where I saw a group of white people here in town. They were willing to go into the township to fight back.
You've got a community that has been dispossessed for decades and decades and decades. A people that have been dehumanized by poverty.
I could say in a rate of 100, it's only 30% that is working.
Officialdom lose contact with the people on the street. But the church suckles with exactly the same thing. We get embalmed in a building.
Ek het as 'n dominee betrokke geraak omdat my polisievriend vrymoedigheid gehad het om my te bel daai oggend om te sê kom help.
I drove straight to Pastor TFE. I remember he was standing on the corner of a four-tracker street. He saw when they were lighting those trucks, but he managed to calm the owner of the trucks to say, no, wait, let it happen, then we will see thereafter. I couldn't believe that a man can talk another man into not acting when his property that is worth more than $1 million was being destroyed and burned.
in daai volgende week was daar 4 kerkgroepe wat eers na my toe gekom het met die 4 baie interessante voorstelle vir versoening, vir uitreik na mekaar toe. Iets moet gedoen word. Voor ons nog daaroor gepraat het hulle ons genader.
So we, as the pastors, we took initiative of trying to bring everybody together.
Moruti is the one who phoned me and said there's a peace forum. We need you in the peace forum.
En gelukkig het ek 'n bondgenoot in Biskop Paul van Ryn gekry wat baie ervare is oor gemeenskappe en stukkende verhoudings.
So when the young man from Scotland died after the sunflower incident, we then created a kind of forum from various congregations. In fact, the only mainline, what we call mainline churches, that were involved was the Dutch Reformed Church. TFV organised for us to go to the homes that had been burnt.
Ons vorentoe ons net gestig is as kerkleiers, saam met die premier, se sekretaris, saam met die burgemeester, het ons een hele middag geloop, van slagoffer tot slagoffer, en by elke besigheid en elke huis wat gebrand het, gaan bid vir die mense.
Eventually we had an opportunity to meet with the farmers in the area, listening to the anxieties of the farmers and their deep sense of threat.
It's not only the black community that suffers the whole thing, even the white community, especially the farmers.
They spoke about farm murders and spoke about the extent of the brutality that was visited on people in the process of killing them. The meeting ended by one of the ministers, the black ministers, praying for what they'd heard. In many ways, it was the beginning of the building, hopefully, of a bridge.
Die voorste 1000 van die mense wat ingeval het, was skoolkinders. En so het ek die hoof van die streek, Dr. Maboe, genaad, en hy het vir my 25 skole se hoofde verteenwoordiging bymekaar gekry in die saal. En daar's 'n hele program vir die skole wat ons nou van volgende jaar af gaan implementeer by 'n klomp skole. 'n Klein ding wat ons agterkom het toe ek saam die skoolhoofde was. Kom ons agter 'n groot probleem is kinders sonder geboortesertifikaat. Ons weet nou van ongeveer 600 kinders sonder geboortesertifikaat. Een skool, Hakbos Laagte, het 200 kinders wat nie geboortesertifikaat het. Jy weet vir daai skool is dit 'n krisis. Hy kan nie subsidies kry nie, hulle kan nie by die staat se voedselprogram inskakel nie. Ouers kan nie subsidies kry nie. En om ouers te help om dit te doen, is 'n praktiese ding wat jy deur die kerk kan doen om waarheid toe te voeg en die hoofde te kom ondersteun. Vyf maande later, toe dit weer brand in Lichtenburg, het ons nie een insident in die dorp gehad wat die brandpunt was van. Die werk wat ons as kerk in die gemeenskap gedoen het 'n groot aandeel daarin gehad dat in daai tyd nie eens skoot geklap het nie.
The church was playing the biggest role.
The most difficult part now is that there are still those white community that is still feeling that fear of maybe entering the location or maybe trying to work together.
Our relationships in this country are not without huge suspicion. Often we think black people are dirty, we think black people are stupid. We have a deep underlying suspicion that they're incapable of governing. So what we've got to fundamentally come to terms with is that no matter how many years of experience we've had in trying to deal with our racism, there are still cockroaches creeping around in our subconscious mind that have got to be addressed in humility.
What gives me hope, as I'm a man of God, I believe that whatever that we're doing, God is within it.
My grootste verrassing was dat so verskil gemaak kan word in hierdie stukkende werk, in hierdie stukkende konteks.
Cooperation in the faith community can in actual fact spearhead a political change.
Ek is bevoorreg. Die Here is regtig groot en hy is die enigste hoop wat ons het.